Welcome to Shape of the City. My name is Larry Williams and I'm your host today. Today we're going to talk about a group called We Can Do This. And with us we have Susie, who is the founder, and Mary Jo, who's a community outreach advocate. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Susie, why don't you tell us a little bit about We Can Do This? Who are you and what do you do?
So We Can Do This is a volunteer-driven group that feeds the kids at F Street Community Center every Saturday and every Sunday.
How did you get started?
So a year ago in October of 2016, my daughter, who worked at F Street Community Center, came home and said, "Mom, this is really sad to me." And I said, "Well, what's so sad, honey?" And she said, when she gets to work at 9 o'clock on Saturdays, that there are kids there, and they leave at 5 when she leaves, that haven't eaten a thing all day long when they've been there. So I told her, well, we can fix that. We can do something about that.
So thus We Can Do This.
That's We Can Do This.
So how many kids did you start off with and how many kids do you have now?
So our plan every Saturday and Sunday is to have enough food to serve 60 kids. There are times we have served less than 60, and there's times that we've served a few more than 60. After meeting with the assistant director here, that was the number that we came up to plan every Saturday and Sunday for, based on the numbers that they have.
Okay, thank you so much. Mary Jo, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role in We Can Do This and how you got started here?
Well, I retired and I started with Meals on Wheels, delivering meals. And Susie is the coordinator of all the Meals on Wheels, and that was in December. So over the months, she told me about We Can Do This, something that she came up with. And the story just got me right away, especially when she said she's calling the group We Can Do This, feeding the kids at F Street Community Center on weekends who might not otherwise be eating. I said, how can I be a part of this?
This is a volunteer group. Neither one of you are getting paid for this.
No.
No. So you depend upon volunteers and donations.
Absolutely. We've been fortunate so far to just some people that I know, some people in our group that know folks, Mary's efforts to make it for a year with donations, but to keep going, we need additional support. We're looking for restaurants, grocery stores, religious organizations, businesses that would be interested in adopting either a Saturday or a Saturday and Sunday, or more if they'd like to, each month, so that we can get everything covered where somebody's donating the food or they have volunteer groups that come in and help us.
So if people who are watching this program, whether faith communities or restaurants or other organizations, want to donate food or cash to help this program, We Can Do This, who do they need to contact or how can they get a hold of you?
We do have a Facebook page, We Can Do This. You can check there and see what we're up to every weekend and what we need, and or get information on how to contact Susie or I, and it's all volunteer. It's us. It's grassroots people feeding the children of your neighborhood, of your community, of this city. Yes, right here in Lincoln.
It's kind of unique. I think we're actually filming this episode right here in the room where the kids eat. Is that right?
Yes, we are. Yep.
And I believe there's a kitchen right behind us.
There is a kitchen, and we have full access to the kitchen here at F Street. So when we started, we were cooking the food someplace else and bringing it here, and then F Street allowed us to use the kitchen. We serve on Saturdays at 1, so we have volunteers come in at about noon to start preparing. And however many kids are here, we serve them. And then on Sundays, the rec center doesn't open until 1, so we just serve at 2:30 on Sundays. And again, we have people come in at about an hour before serving time to prepare.
Okay. And so if someone is interested in being a volunteer, they can basically say about 2.5 to 3 hours of time commitment on those Saturdays and Sundays that you're feeding the kids.
Yes.
All righty.
Yes.
Okay.
The smiles on the kids' faces, that's what this is all about. They
It is a good feeling to do good things for kids that don't have all the privileges or some of us that have had in the past. It is a wonderful thing for us to do, to help those kids in need.
Yes.
Mary Jo, is there anything else you would like to add about We Can Do This?
So we try to focus on giving them healthy meals.
Sure.
And there's always a hot component included, and fruits, vegetables. One other thing that I know Susie would want to mention, if we could, is we also sponsor a birthday closet for these children.
Okay.
And that's once every month. Any child that has a birthday during that month, Susie, we've all collected either funds or birthday gifts, age appropriate. And so they have a birthday party.
Okay.
And Susie has stories of even a 15-year-old that never had a birthday party before.
Sure.
The family's invited, and we have cupcakes or cakes, and they have a birthday party. And so, again, another experience for our children in the neighborhood that might not otherwise have had.
Okay. And again, you're going to be needing not only volunteers, but also donations to fill up that birthday closet and have gifts and whatever else for the kids.
I know everybody's out there seeking donations for one thing or another, but we're happy with the cash donations, and we now have a way to make sure that you get tax deductible credit for your donations.
And one of the things that we are very careful of doing, if someone has donated money and they say, I want this money to go to food, that money absolutely goes to the food. If they've donated money then they want to earmark it for birthday gifts, then we absolutely make sure that that goes for birthday gifts. For the birthday closet, we serve kids kindergarten through high school. Those are the kids that attend the center on the weekends. I think the word is spreading that we're here. We've had parents starting to call and say, are you guys feeding the kids on the weekend? F Street does feed them Monday through Friday, a dinner meal. But the word is spreading to the families also, where the parents are here. Not too long ago, she told me about a family that mom can only afford to put one meal a day on the table for the kids. So they come here on Saturday and Sunday, so they eat 2 meals that day instead of 1. And she's a working mom and going to school, and with everything on her plate, she just can't afford to feed the kids more than that. So that's why we're here.
Yes.
Because we have kids that will either not eat, or kids that may eat 1 meal a day if we're not here to do what we're doing for them.
And I think that's important for the folks who are viewing this program today to understand that there is poverty in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's hidden most of the time. People don't know about it, but it's here, and it's very prevalent in our community.
And F Street has been around longer than I have. It's always been a strong face in the Lincoln community. The kids that come here, the families that come here, the thank yous that we've had from parents coming in and telling us thank you, let us know not only that there is a great need, but the people that we're serving are so grateful for what we're doing in this area of town.
Great. Probably have about less than a minute to wrap things up. Anything else either one of you would want to add? Or you think we've covered everything that you'd want to share with our viewing public today?
Well, one thing we just want to make sure people know that we can do this means that we feed kids at F Street Community Center every weekend. And we would love to have people work with us and be part of the we.
Well, thank you, Susie and Mary Jo, for being with us today on Shape of the City. And again, we can do this in the city of Lincoln. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.